more details coming in of how Sharjeel Imam has now moved top court seeking bail in the Delhi riots case, calling it a larger conspiracy. Sharjeel Imam has challenged the Delhi High Court order denying bail to him in the UAPA case. Let me cut across to Anisha Mathur joining us now with further details on Sharjeel Imam's next steps. Anisha.
Well, yes, Sharjeel Imam has now moved the Supreme Court just days after the Delhi High Court denied him bail. Remember, this is the alleged larger conspiracy case arising out of the 2020 Northeast Delhi riots. The High Court in its order had gone into the prima facie evidence against Sharjeel Imam and 8 others, where the court had said that there were prima facie grave allegations against Sharjeel Imam and the others. The court had also rejected Imam's petition that his role was finished. In fact, whatever speeches he had given had happened much before the 2020 riots had taken place. The High Court and its order had gone into the fact that there are witnesses who've given statements. There are protected witnesses in this case. There are allegations of a larger conspiracy to commit terrorist activities and to deliberately foment violence in this particular case. Now, Sharjeel Imam, remember, in his arguments before the High Court, had also argued that there are no direct allegations against him, that he had no actual role when the riots had happened, that he had already been in jail for several weeks before the riots broke out. The High Court, of course, rejected that argument. Now, Sharjeel Imam has moved the Supreme Court on the same ground, saying that the High Court, instead of going into the merits of the allegations against him, has rejected his bail plea, that it has also been 5 years since the 2020 riots, that any allegations against him are based on conjecture and based on only witness statements. There is no direct evidence linking him to the riots themselves, because he had already been arrested in January, even though the riots broke out in the end of February. So we'll have to see whether the Supreme Court takes up this matter, because remember, in this particular case, the larger conspiracy that the police has alleged, there are several people, including Umar Khalid, Gulfasha Fatima and others, who've remained in jail, of course, also Sharjeel Imam, who've all been in jail since 2020.
Right.
Riot in sight.
Right.
Because, we'll see what says about.
Oh yes, absolutely, Anisha. We wait and watch what happens next and whether the top court takes up this matter. For the moment, we move on to other news. Thank you for joining us.